What's up, YouTube, man? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is JR, and I did 10 years in the Georgia Department of Correction, man. Now I share prison stories. I'll let y'all know what was going on while it was behind them walls. Now this story today, man, this took place when I was at Riverbend, not Riverbend, but Metro Reentry Facility, man. For those who are familiar with Atlanta, man, y'all know it's off Constitution, man, across from the juvenile facility. This actually was the old female prison, but they created a reentry facility, man, for guys who was getting ready to go home. So it's like my last year in chain gang, they ended up sending me there. Now y'all know, man, this was a program camp. They had like college classes, different rehabilitation programs, all type of different stuff, man. Stuff to help you out get jobs when you get home, all type of different resources and stuff. But this camp was dry. When I got there, man, mind you, it's regular chain gang dudes there, man, gang bangers, all type of stuff. But this camp was dry, man, and they actually had like mentors there, bro. Like these guys who've been down 25 years, 25, 26 years, 30 years. It was one guy, bro, he was down there 45 years, man. This man was going 45 years. He was a mentor, and they'll put these mentors in the dorm, like 2 mentors in each dorm. You actually had 3 billing on this compound. Was it J billing, H, and then like K billing, something like that, bro. But it was 3 billing, four dorms in each billing. And like I said, this was a program camp, so you know it was real strict, bro. Anything you did, you cuss the officer out or any type of crazy stuff, guess what they gonna do? Put you on that bus straight back down south. That's where you going, man. And as you know, with this being a program camp, bro, everybody was pretty much walking the thin line and the straight line. So guys wasn't really doing nothing much to get messed up. And at this time, bro, you know, it was no phones there. Was no phones. Man, you hear about guys having a phone in a dorm or something like that, but it was real quiet and really on the hush hush. So everybody was just being like this, hush up about everything. So after being there a while, bro, you know, I met up with some of the Jamaican cats. It was like 2-3 Jamaican cats there, bro, a couple island folks there. Now one of the yard man, he was actually a mentor there, bro. He was real cool. Been down like 26, 27 years at the time. Real cool yard man. I've been hearing about this yard man since I was on the turf. A real legend in the street, man, from New York all the way down south. Now those who know what I'm talking about, those who hear this story and probably knew him from chain gang, they'll know who exactly I'm talking about when I say this. Now, after being there a couple months, man, and everything was alright, you know, you have few fights there. There was a lot of fights there, as a matter of fact, bro. No guys wasn't playing with no tools or nothing, because nobody really wanted to go back down the road in that hostile environment, bro. This was laid back. You could have kicked your feet up just like this, bro. Watch sports every day. You know, it's the regular chain gang hectic stuff, bro. Officers gonna deal with you some type of way. Still going on there. Administration, some BS, still just like that. Some of the counselors, there was alright. You had all these classes. Now you had to go to class on every period, bro. They started you off with these different steps. You might be in step 1, you got to go to classes, first period, second period, third period, bro. They give you these little badges and stuff. You don't go to these classes, these folks gonna write you up. Even some of the mentors was writing up people, yeah. Some of these mentors was acting like straight police, bro. They used to have these dorm meetings every morning. They 6 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the morning and 7 o'clock at night, bro. Nah, bro, if you don't go to these dorm meetings, these folks gonna be like, man, they gonna write you up and bring your name to administration so they could send you down the road. They used to always threaten people with this stuff, bro. So I used to be like, bro, I'm not waking up no 6 o'clock in the morning to go to no dorm meeting. Sometimes I'll do it, bro, but guess what? Sometimes I'll be tired, bro, and these folks actually come at your door. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, dorm meeting. Hey, Jamaica, dorm meeting. I'll be like, man, close my door, man. I ain't got no time for that. Because guess what? The same thing you told me at 7 o'clock in the night last night, you ain't go out the dorm to get no new information from administration to come back and tell me at 6 o'clock the next morning. So whatever you get some new information, the other 6 o'clock in the night, I might get up and I might come in the TV room for that dorm meeting, bro. And some of these mentors, bro, because they had access to administration, they'll go up there to the office. They felt like they was the police. Not all of them now. You had a lot of these guys who were still chain gang. You know, they was just in the program because they trying to get home, but they knew the thin line between an inmate and administration. Some of these guys, bro, they forgot they was still having on the stripes. I'd be like, bro, y'all still got on the same clothes we got on, bro. You don't have on no GDC uniform, or you wasn't leaving out that gate. Bro, you been in here 20 plus years, bro. You better realize what's going on. Don't let these folks use you to do their job. I understand that you're trying to go home, but don't let them use you like that. But anyways, bro, like I said, after being there for a couple months, the camp started to open up. You start hearing about, guys having little phones and stuff there. Now, you had guys, this was a time when you had all this PPP loan and all this stuff going on. Guys were striking. Them government was giving out these relief checks and stuff. So, guys was having money. And, after officers being there for a while, guys will get used to officers being there, female officers. Guys start chopping it up with female officers, start getting acquainted with them, start having little friends, start having conversations on phones. So what naturally comes with that, bro? Trying to make a play, trying to put something together, bro, trying to get something in. And it was stuff started to come in, bro. Phones started to come in. You hear about it now in my dorm, bro. My dorm, it wasn't whack or nothing, bro, but my dorm wasn't nothing really going on in there like that. But other dorms in the building, yeah, it was going on, bro. The only thing that I had going on was my tablet. Yeah, bro, I had 2 tablets. I came there with movies, flicks on there, all type of stuff. So the tablet was jumping. I had the tablet game on Smash. Bro, every week, bro, I probably make $50, $60 in food just off my tablet. These guys have nothing to do. They want to sit down and look at these flicks every day, bro. I got almost 100 flicks on my tablet, bro. It's crazy. But this was my business tablet. I had 2 of them. I had my regular tablet and I had a business tablet, bro, just to rent out. Yeah, I rent it out. Only thing you make sure you do, make sure you clean my tablet off before you send it back to me, bro. Or even when you send it back to me, I spray it down and sanitize it real good, bro. Tablet business was real good business while I was there, bro. But like I said, phones are starting to get active. So, guys was all putting stuff on their tablet. Not everybody could have put stuff on the tablet because it had to be jailbreak. And mine was jailbreak from like 3 years ago, bro. I done went to 2 camps with 2 different tablets. So, my stuff was booming. Everybody beating on the door all day. Hey, Jamaica, man, it's store day. Man, listen, man, store day, it's on the schedule. I'd be like, bro, everybody from different dorms, bro, where that tablet at, Jamaica? I'd be like, boy, it's out. It's gone for the weekend. You actually had them guys rent the tablet for the whole weekend. Had a lot of movies on there, bro. A lot of movies on there. So guy would be like, hey, bro, I had one dude, bro, every weekend for about 2 months, bro, $50. He give him for 3 days. Man, you could take that tablet, man. Go ahead. Do what you do with it, bro. Make sure you bring it back in one piece or you're going to have to pay big money for this. So, like I said, bro, phones started floating in. Everything was going good. So one of the yard man them, you know what I'm saying? My dude Richie, he hit me up. Like I told you, he was a mentor. He been down like 27 years. He hit me up and I said, yo, man, say I think in a year building, I selling a machine in a year building. Nah, bro was real cool and he was smooth. He's like a machine. When he said a machine, he talking about the jack. He talking about the phone. He heard it was something going for sale in my building. It was in A-Dorm. I'm in B. I think B. I think I was in C. No, I was in A as a matter of fact. No, I was in B. I was in J, B as a matter of fact. That's exactly where I was. And the phone was selling in J, A. So he told me Dude had it. And I knew Dude was real smooth now. He was from College Park, bro. You know what I'm saying? And, in College Park, you had a lot of dudes who was, you know what I'm saying, real porn scammers, bro. And home was hitting. Like I said, it's a time when all that stuff was going on. PPP loans and stuff. So home was striking. You know what I'm saying? Word that got around compound that home was breaking bank inside there, bro. And he was putting a lot of little guys on around him. So naturally, it was a lot of phones in his dorm. So anyways, he telling me, he's like, no, bro, bro is a mentor. So he don't want nobody knowing about nothing. So he had me handle the business for him. So I'm like, all right, because I'm in the building with him or whatever. And then he was telling me, he's like, bro, I just want to holler at my folks sometime, man. I really don't need this around me because, I'm in the program. I'm trying to get out. I don't want to get caught with this. So he's like, bro, you basically going to have this most of the time. I just need it for like a day or 2 out the week. And then you can have it. So I'm like, okay, cool, smooth. Ain't no problem with that. I'll go holler at dude down there about it. Just put the money together. And he was like, boom. Anyways, I go holler at dude down there. CP, I go down there. Boom, boom, boom. Knock on the door. Yo, CP. Boom, he open up. Boom, I went to chopping it up. And I said, yo, he was like, man, look, I'll go home tomorrow. I said, you go home tomorrow? He's like, yeah, I'm trying to get off of it. I'm like, what kind of phone you got? iPhone 10. What you want for it? 800. 800. So I'm like, man, you gonna have to come better than that. He's like, man, I'm really selling it for 1,000, bro. Boop, boop. I'm like, nah. Don't hit me with that, raw CP. So he's like, all right, man. All right, just give me 700. I was like, all right, bet. Went back, told the bro what's going on. He was like, all right, everything legit? I'm like, yeah, everything legit. Nah, CP, he was a real quiet dude, man. You could tell he's a real, you know what I'm saying, player little dude. He wasn't loud. He wasn't gang affiliated or nothing. But like I said, bro, this camp was so smooth, bro. You had gang members there, but wasn't nobody just fully active gang banging. Of course you have guys, they throw the B's up, they'll throw the C's up, they'll throw the pitchforks up and all that, but was they just outright gang banging on each other? Nah, they wasn't doing that, because everybody wanted to stay in the program, and everybody that was there was close to Atlanta. Now people who had released address around Atlanta, those are the people that they actually sent here. So guys was getting visits on a regular, so guys didn't want to go back 4 or 5 hours down the road where they couldn't get no visits. Nah, guys didn't want to do that, because you get visits Saturdays and Sundays. Your folks might stay 10 minutes away from you, so you know everything is good. So everybody doing everything good just to stay there. Anyways, bro, I went back. I told the yard man, I said, yo, 7 bills a month, say, man, feet, you know. Say, man, say, yeah, man, I say a word, man. I'll go over there and boom. He got on the phone, got him a PayPal, boom, 700, boom. So I went back, asked CP. I was like, bro, you got PayPal? He's like, yeah, I got PayPal. I could load PayPal. He's like, man, you know I'm a money man. I got all type of ways to collect money. I was like, man, come on with all that. I ain't trying to hear all that right now. So I'm in the room talking to him, doing the business transaction or whatever. So after I got the money and I gave him the money and he uploaded the money, guess what he gonna tell me? He's like, man, Jamaica, you know, it's my last night, bro. It's my last night. So, you know, I'm trying to ride out on the phone. Come and pick it up for me in the morning. I said, man, come on, CP. You know, we don't do that, bro. We don't do that. So he's like, man. He's like, bro, look, I'm going to just send you the money back right now. I'm trying to handle some stuff before I leave, bro. I got some stuff on the phone I need to take off. So he's like, man, I can't do it, bro. I got to send you the money back. I said, bro, you should have told me that before I gave you the money and you loaded the money. So I was like, man, we there back and forth, bro, for about 10 minutes until I was like, all right, it ain't going to hurt to just leave him with it until in the morning. Mind you, it's like 7:30 right at the night. I ain't going to see the yard man until breakfast the next morning. So I was like, okay, cool. Let him have it or whatever till the night. Boom. Oh, breakfast time. It's like 4:30 in the morning. Breakfast time. Boom. I head over there, boom, open the door. As soon as I open the door, I could feel like it's a little tension in the dorm. So I'm like, why I feel like that? Anyways, boom, I go down the little stairs. I bust a right. You know what I'm saying? Bust a right. Boom. Then I bust another right. Yo, CP, open his door. When I open his door, he's sitting on the bed like this with his hand on his head. He's like, man, Jamaica. So I'm like, what's the problem? He's like, bro, pull the door up, bro. Let me holler at you. So I'm like, bro, in my head, I'm like, bro, ain't no way, bro. It's no way possible nothing could happen within this time, bro. Because then I'm trying to think, like, what happened? Who was working? I'm thinking, like, man, it's Officer Bradley working, man. Man, that man cool as ever, man. All that man want to do is rap. All you want to do is beat and rap for you all night. I was a night orderly anyways, bro. This man would beat my ears. Like, hey, bro, you trying to hear this new rap? He was cool, though. He had some little bars now. I ain't gonna lie now. But he'll beat your eardrums up with all that rapping, bro. So I'm like, he ain't gonna bust nobody. Or even if you let him bust you, you was an idiot, bro. All you gotta tell this man to do is, man, get out your face and he gonna go in somewhere, bro. Anyways, I pull the door up. I sit down. He's like, man, Lil Ock done took the phone from me last night. I was like, what you mean Lil Ock took the phone from you? When he said Lil Ock, instantly, bro, my mind went right to Lil Ock. Now, Lil Ock, he was this little badass little kid, man. He was Muslim, young, bad as hell, man. Now, my first run-in with Lil Ock was, I seen him in the hallway one day, boy, cussing a female out. Man, he was cussing her out. I'm thinking they finna transfer him, but they didn't transfer him. All they did was send him to one of them counselor's office now. They did pamper Lil Ak, cause Lil Ak was kind of like, I think he had like ADHD or something like that. You know what I'm saying? One of them little hyperactive kids who just get mad and get angry and just be, so they be kind of like babying him a little bit. Now another run-in I had a mentor dude that I was real cool with. He was like, man, this little dude would think he could box, cause I guess Lil Ak used to be on the boxing or whatever. So he's like, hey Jamaica, I know you be doing your thing, bro. I heard about you down the road, and a couple of my partners told me you real good at what you do. He's like, man, this little dude, because the mentor usually be talking to him, making sure he good. So he's like, I know this little dude think he tough or whatever, man. Then give him a session, man. Take him in the room, give him a session. So I had to link up with Lil Ak one day, and we had wrapped up or whatever, man. I was like, man, let me see what you know. We went in the room or whatever. He was so angry, bro. And he was so little and was so short. So I was just in the room messing with him, man. Throwing a couple jabs. You know what I'm saying? Keep him out there, testing him. Doing a little something with him. And he, bro, he used to get so mad that he couldn't touch me, because I just used my jab every time he tried to come in. Boom, I just tap him, bam, bam, tap him, bam, bam, tap him every time, bro. And he used to get so angry. He be in the room, he's like, damn, bro, I can't hit you, bro. I was like, that's a part of the game. You got to work to get in there. I said, bro, I got reach. I'm bigger than you. You're smaller than me. But I used to just all on a day-to-day basis, I used to mess with him after that, bro, because he was real cool, bro. And because I knew he had an anger problem, and this was a good source to just let out your stress, bro. It was for me when I was down the road, and he's a youngin', so I understood with him, bro. And because he was just bad as hell, I used to just always call him down to the dorm after I get back from detail. I used to work in the laundry. When I get back from detail, I call him down and we get a little session in. Good sweat for me, bro, because at the time, I never used to train with nobody. I used to just work out. Wasn't nobody at the camp or in my dorm really training. So I knew Lil Ak real good, bro. So when he told me that, I was like, man, dang, man. So he's like, bro, I'm going to just send the money back, bro. I'm going to send the money back. So I'm like, dang, man. I was like, all right, bro. Send the money back, bro. Boom. He's like, man, all right, bro. He's like, look, bro, hold on, bro. Go holler at Lil Ak, bro, because I know you used to be down there training with him. So I was like, damn, man, this kind of crazy. So I told CP, I was like, look, bro, if I go ahead Lil Ak and I get this phone back, bro, you going to have to do something, bro. You going to have to do something. He's like, yeah, bro, I'm going to do something. But this was the thing, though. When I went to Lil Ak, and I went holler at Lil Ak. I was like, Lil Ak, what's up? He's like, man, what's up, Jamaica? I was like, look, little bro, let me holler at you, man. He's like, man, what's going on? I said, bro, what you done did, bro? He's like, man, that nigga ain't talking about shit, man. That nigga ain't talking about shit. Tell that nigga to pull up on me. I was like, bro. I said, bro, I just paid for that phone last night. He was like, what? He's like, man, you ain't paid for it. I said, bro, I showed him the paper with the money I had gave to CP to load. He was like, man, I was like, look, bro, I just paid for it. That's on everything I love, bro. I said, furthermore, this was the other thing. I said, you can't get in the phone. The phone was locked. You know, it's an iPhone, bro. At this time in chain gang, you can't unlock that phone, bro. So I'm like, bro, you can't unlock the phone. I said, bro, you just took a blank phone from that man, bro. That man said you took the phone from. He's like, man, I ain't take no phone from that man. I was like, what happened? He was like, he's like, the man's so stupid. This dude, CP, was going in the shower at 1 o'clock in the morning, bro. I told you, the officer Bradley, he's so cool. CP plugged the phone up in the hallway, bro, to charge, and put his tablet on top of it, bro. And Lil Ak was up. I guess Lil Ak been laying for days or weeks, bro. Because CP, he was no fighter, no gangster type dude, bro. Man, Home was just a scammer, bro. Home was just on some money tip. So Home wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, on no violent stuff or go fight with nobody. And plus, I told you, Lil Ak, he was just a little angry little dude, bro. Listen, man, that little dude gonna fight anybody, bro. As big as I was and as tall as my arms is, he was trying to go at it with me all the time when we was on sparring. He used to get mad that he just couldn't get in. So I told him, I was like, bro, the phone locked. So he was like, yeah, bro. He's like, man, I just took the phone up, bro. I just took the phone up. I told that nigga it's over with. He was like, when CP got out the shower, CP was like, man, my phone. And he was like, man, nigga, I got your phone. What you gonna do? You want it? Come in this room for it. He's like, CP didn't want to pull up in the room. Now, I didn't blame CP, bro, because guess what? CP about to go home tomorrow, bro. Now, why would you go get into a fight with man and this and that about a phone when you about to go home the next day? Man, this man done made about over 100 bands, bro, while he been here off PPP loans. As a matter of fact, what he done made for other folks and put other folks on in this dorm that he was. That man ain't worried about that. The only way that CP was like, he was like, bro, the phone locked. He can't do nothing with it anyways, and I got to send your money back. But I was like, bro, you going to have to cut me a deal. And I told baby I was like, bro, I just paid for the phone and you can't do nothing for the phone. The phone is locked. So he's like, man, Jamaica, man, F him. So I was like, bro, I'm going to holler back at you, bro. So boom. I end up going to chow, bro. When I go to chow, when I get out the dorm going to chow, the yard man was outside. Mind you, this his money, bro, that I took to go buy his phone for him, bro. And I done gave this man the money and didn't get the phone from him because he was going to go home in the morning. I was like, I'll just collect in the morning. And during the night, this nonsense just happened, bro. So I went out there. I went to telling him, I said, yo, Yush. As soon as he see my face, he was like, yo, go on. And I told him the situation. He was like, damn, Yush. He's like, man, you should have never let that nigga hold on to the phone. I was like, bro, I know I was wrong. I was in the wrong. Once I gave him the money, I should have made sure the phone was in my hand, bro. I was wrong. And I told him the situation, but I was like, man, I'm going to get the phone back from baby Op. Brother sent the money back, and I was telling him, I was like, look, check your PayPal. You know what I'm saying? Because he had his PayPal written down and he had the PayPal number. So he had the PayPal. I was like, check your PayPal. He was like, as soon as he go back and they crank the phones up in the morning, turn on the wall phones, he going to get on there and he going to check his PayPal account. So, boom, no, I was like, man, it's good, man. He sent that money back. He said he sent that money back. He borrowed it on the phone, sent that money back or whatever. So I was like, boom, I go to chow, I come back. When I come back, I go back and holler at baby Ak, Lil Ak. I went back and holler at Lil Ak. I'm like, man, Lil Ak, man, listen, bro. I'm gonna break you off some money, bro. I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna break you off some money. So he's like, all right, man, because I can't get in the phone anyways. Now, I was like, bro. So he didn't trust it. He didn't really want to give me the phone either, bro. He's like, bro, I gotta come in the room with you, bro. Why this nigga open the phone and change the information? I gotta get my money first. I was like, bro, I'm gonna send you 300. At first he was like, he wanted 2. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna send you 300. Cause guess what? CP just gonna have to be assed out, bro. Because he really ain't got no phone right now. He really ain't got no phone. The only thing I gotta pay CP for is to open this phone, bro, so we can change this information, bro. That's all I gotta pay him for. I ain't gotta pay him for nothing else. Cause you done got the phone took, bro. You done got the phone. Well, you didn't get it taken from you. You got it stolen from you because you was being careless and being super comfortable, leaving the phone in the hallway to charge. You was too comfortable, bro. Anyways, boom. Lil Ak now during the day. Boom, he's like the spot that he had it in. He couldn't go in there at the time because it was too much people up moving around in the dorm. Ain't no telling where this man had it, bro. So he's like, bro, just throughout the day, I'm going to get it, bro. As soon as the dorm clear out a little bit. Told y'all this is a program camp, so dudes always going to their little program class. So I went back down there in the day like, man, what's up? He's like, all right, bro, just watch out for me, bro. Man, next thing I know, I see this little dude bust a move. Boom. Boom, climbed up the wall. Next thing I know, this man in the ceiling. I didn't even know you could go in that part of the ceiling, bro. In the ceiling. He's so small, he crawled up in there. Bro. Boom, came back down with the phone. He's like, all right, man, let's pull up on bro. Mind you, man, this man, listen here, man. I tell this man, listen. Boom, pull up on bro. Luckily, bro, this man ain't even leave yet. It's like 10:30 in the morning, bro. Boom. Pull up on him. Boom. Going there, boom, doing information. I guess that was lagging on his paperwork, bro, because the whole morning he was like, bro, you got to hurry up, bro, because these folks finna go down. I'm finna go, bro. Luckily, this idiot, he didn't even know he had to go to another county. This is how stupid he was, how dumb he was. He had to go to another county. He had a hole in the county. Luckily, he wasn't gone yet, bro, because guess what? I would have been out of luck. Nah, because we got the money back anyway, so baby Ak would have been out of luck. He would have been with a phone that ain't had no information that he could change, bro. So anyways, bro, boom, going there, changing the information. These folks, this nigga, baby Ak, he mugging CP like crazy, bro, mugging him. So I'm like, bro, it's no issue, bro. Boom. Send the information. I told CP, I was like, look, bro, we can't do no. I can't give you nothing but $200 back. You know what I'm saying? Cause this man want $300, bro, and I'm paying $500 for the phone. That's just it, bro. So he's like, bro, all right, bro. He's like, bro, y'all did me wrong. I said, I ain't did you wrong, bro. I said, all I'm doing is paying you to open the phone, bro. This man took your phone. I said, the man right here. And as soon as I said that, bro, Lil Ock just went crazy. What's up, man? What you want to do? What you want to do? What you want to do? Man, listen, man, CP like, bro, I'm finna go home, bro. He had his stuff packed in the corner right there, waiting to get picked up by another county. So he's like, man, I'm finna go, man. I'm finna go. I ain't stunting this. I'm going to the other county. I'm buying it out real quick. So I'm like, man, this is crazy, bro. This is wild. So I go back at the phone now. Boom. He changed all the information, bro. Blanked out all the information. Boom, boom, boom. Got the stuff. I went straight to the yard, man, bro. As a matter of fact, he was in one of them little program classes. I went to the window, like, in the little program building, like, and he came out, and I was like, let me get this phone in your hand, bro. I don't want no type more problems on me or no nonsense like this, bro. And CP, bro, later on, they end up picking him up later on in that day, bro. He ended up leaving, man. That's little dude, Lil Ock, bro. Crazy. And they did give him his $300, bro. He was good with it, but I'm like, bro, you was off the chain. He was like, man, F him, man. He's like, I should have been robbed him, man. This nigga here making all this money, and he ain't want to let a nigga in on the move. I'm trying to tell this nigga, let me get a phone or something. You know how many phones this man done brought in here? I was like, damn, CP was doing it like that. That's when Lil Ock was telling me, he's like, yeah, man. He's like, bro, everybody in here got phones. I didn't even know that, bro. These folks so locked in and moving so smooth down there in A-Dorm, bro. Nobody knew that they had all these phones down there, bro. And this is how crazy this situation is, man. Man, I let that man keep that phone overnight, bro. You better see how crazy and how events can actually turn in a matter of seconds, bro. And I'm glad that CP made the right decision, because guess what? CP about to go home, bro. Whatever hole he had in the county, he was like, he finna go there and bond out and go home, bro. And I'm glad he didn't get in no type of confrontation with Lil Ock or whatever, man. Luckily, I was cool with Lil Ock, and I could have handled the situation, even though we had to pay Lil Ock and CP had to get his little 200 just to open that phone, bro. But I came out better. And after that, the yard man, guess what? The yard man, he wouldn't even use the phone like that, bro. I had the phone 90% of the time, bro, while I was there, bro. And I was so spooked and was scared, bro, because guess what, bro? These mentors in the dorm, or anybody in the dorm knew I had that phone. It's like 2 people, bro. 2 of my partners that knew I had a phone in there, bro. And I messed with them, bro. But this camp was so crazy, bro. These dudes would tell on you about anything so much. You wouldn't even let nobody want to know nothing you had going on, bro. Anybody smell any type of smoke or anything going on, bro? Man, who doing that in here, man? Y'all know y'all can't be doing that in here. I'll be like, bro, where's y'all at? Just mind your business, bro. And after a while, bro, I actually was using that phone, bro, until I end up getting released, bro. Y'all know I went to immigration, but I was actually using that phone. The yard man will get it on the weekend sometime, and he'll come back and pull up on me, or sometimes he'll tell me to mess with one of his partners, and I'll just give him for a couple days or something like that. But that's the story for today, man. I appreciate y'all checking out the video. A lot of love, a lot of peace, a lot of respect, y'all. I'm out.